welcome back to DIY with Pragya. If you are new here, I make videos on DIY, lifestyle and home decor every single week. In today's video, I have got two macrame projects that are perfect for beginners. Macrame projects actually take a lot of patience to understand how the knots work properly and to create a cohesive design that looks perfect. And I have a little disclaimer to make that I'm not a pro in macrame. I am also learning in the process. That is why I have tried to make this video as simple as possible for you guys to understand how I am working through all the knots. I hope this video will inspire you to dive into the world of macrame because it adds so much coziness to a place and it's a perfect addition to a boho themed room. So without any further ado, let's get started with the video. To create these cute macrame coaster, you need to cut the cord in the following lengths. Here I am using 3mm macrame cord and I am cutting them into 1 120cm cord and 5 90cm cord. You can cut the cord as long or as short you want your coaster to be. Taking the 1 cm cord, I am going to create a small loop at the end of the cord and this is going to be the base cord. This is going to be the cord to which all the smaller cord will be wrapping around. Next, take one of the 90cm cord and fold it in half and then pull the end through the cord, creating the loop. This is called a cow hitch knot or a reverse lark's head knot. So all you have to do is pull it tightly and repeat the same with the remaining cords. Now I am going to tighten the loop by pulling out the longer side, and as you can see, this creates a nice radio look with all the knots. And now comes the fun part where we will be building up the rest of the coaster. First, you want to take your base cord and ignore this smaller cord. Move the base cord over the right of the first working cord. Working cord are the 90cm cords that we have attached to the loop. Now that your working cord is on the left hand side and below the base cord, create a number 4 on the base cord and then take the end of the working cord and loop in through. Repeat the step with the same working cord to create a double half hitch knot. And once you have done that, you can move on with the next working cord with the same exact step. Make sure your base cord is always on top of the working cord as we move around this whole piece. So you want to put the base cord on top of the working cord, then create a number 4 with the working cord and then pull through the loop and repeat that one more time before moving on to the next working cord. After working around with all the working cord once, you will notice a small gap. And to fill that, we will need a shorter piece of macrame, probably 1 inch shorter than our original working cord. Here I am cutting 86cm cord and then fold it into half and create another half hitch knot on our base cord. Always remember to place this cord underneath the base cord and pull through the end. And depending upon how large the gap is, you can go ahead and fill it up another cord. After this, you can go ahead and continue with creating double half hitch knot with our working cord. And each cord that you will add in the process, make sure you cut it to be a bit shorter than the previous one to save on some macrame. And while creating this coaster, you will get to notice that the base cord is actually spiraling around all the smaller cords and creating a loop around it and giving it a spiral shape for the coaster. And from here the process is quite repetitive and can get a bit tedious. If you are working with macrame for the first time, don't worry, take a break. Just watch Netflix or listen to some music while working through this, because you will need a little bit of patience while creating this. Since I will be using these coasters for mugs, I went on until it measures for about 4 inches in diameter. Okay, after I am done with spiraling around this coaster, I am going to make a knot with the base cord by pushing it back and cut it to be one of the fringe pieces. To make the process a little bit easier, I am going to cut down the cords a bit before fringing it down. And to create the fringe, first I am going to unravel the cord and then go ahead with the comb to brush up each strand. As you can see, the fringe fluffs up a lot after getting a good brushing up. You can even go ahead and make this in a larger size to create a table runner or a rug. I'm sure it will look amazing. And after this, I'm just going to cut the fringes to be 1 inch evenly throughout the coaster. And we are done. The coasters are ready to be used. Second project is a macrame candle jar. For this project, all you need is a jar and some macrame. First, I'm going to remove the lid of the jar because I'm not going to use it. Next, we are going to measure the jar. This measures for about 11 inches in circumference and the length is of about 4 inches. Now, I'm going to cut the macrame in following lengths. I am cutting one 13 inches cord for the circumference, and for the body, you need to cut as many cord as you want to cover the jar properly, and make sure these are in even number. We need to cut a little bit more than the double of the length of the jar. That's why I am going to cut 15 inches long for the body, and to cover the jar properly, I am going to need 28 cords. Next, I am going to attach all the 28 cords to the 13-inch cord. First, I am sticking it to my tabletop to keep it in place. This makes the process much easier. Now all you have to do is fold your 15 inches long cord in half, and as we did in our previous project, pull the end through the cord, creating the loop. This is called a cow hitch knot or a reverse lark's head knot. Make sure you attach the cords to cover the jar completely. Like here, I am measuring the length after attaching all the cords to it. After I am done with all the 28 cords, I am going to attach the anchor cord to the jar with a simple knot. Now fill up the jar with some water, which will act as a guide to keep our knots aligned. Now we are going to start with knotting. I am taking 4 cords and creating a square knot. Making a square knot is pretty simple. All you have to do is take the right side cord and bring it up on the middle 2 cords and under the left cord. As you can see, it will create an inverted 4. Now just pull the cord through it. After this, repeat the same in reverse. And remember to place the knots on the water line. In this way, all the knots around the jar will be on the same line. And here how it looks after you are done with one row of square knots. Next, take 2 right and left cords from the adjacent square knots that we have made and make a square knot out of it. It actually sounds a bit difficult, but just follow me through this video. It's very easy. Now we are going to make a heart shape. For this, take one panel of square knots and start with the extreme left cord. This will act as our base cord. Now, as we made knots for the coaster, make an inverted 4 shape by putting it on top of the working cord and pull the cord through the loop. Repeat the same step once again to create a double half hitch knot. After you reach the end of the left cord, repeat the exact steps with the extreme right cord. And after this, just finish it off with a square knot in the middle. And voila, we made the heart shape. Just repeat the same process throughout the row. And here how it looks after completing the row with heart shape. Next, I am going to unravel all the cords one by one, and after this I am going to cut the excess in align with the jar. You can go ahead and brush up the unraveled cords, but I'm gonna keep it like this because I like the look of it. And after this, I'm just going to put a candle inside the jar and light it up, and we are done. Alright, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know in the comment section below which one was your favorite DIY. Also, if you happen to recreate any of this DIY, don't forget to share it with me on Instagram because I would love to watch your DIYs. And if you are a DIY lover like me, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you never miss an update whenever I post new DIYs for you guys. So until next video, bye bye.